Hey y'all, just getting my stuff. I went to the fly shop and got some new material, so I'm gonna bust it out and tie some flies. Alright. Where is the end of that string? Wasn't it? I guess that's it. Golly, that's some thin string. Golly, that's almost too thin. Alright, let's bust it out. Let's see if it works. Oh, somebody's watching. Hey y'all, I went by the fly shop and got some new material, so I'm getting it ready. Just stringing up my bobbin real quick. I went by the fly shop. I picked up some new. I went by there just to get thread, but you know how it is. I can't go there and just get thread. So of course, $80 worth of fly time material later, I walk out with some thread and some other stuff too. What's up? Hey y'all. About to start tying some flies, everybody. Actually, I bought a new fly box. These are I use these. They're made for lures. I mean, it's still got that's just a piece of paper right there, but it's made for lures, y'all. But I use it. It's basically the same thing as a fly box. So I've got two of these full of flies already. Is what I normally keep on the boat. But I bought another one at the local bait shop the other day because they had some. So I'm gonna start filling this bad boy up, I guess. Not that I don't have hundreds of flies already. All right, y'all. Let's start. Let me grab a hook. So I actually got these hooks right here. I love these. I love this. These are Umpqua hooks. They're 3/0, I think, right? Yeah, 3/0. They're saltwater hook, obviously, and it's their competition hook. And I found them on sale online. I buy most of my stuff from my local fly shop, but these were on sale super cheap. So what would normally be like $20 for a pack of hooks, I got them for 10. So I ordered 3 packs. All right, y'all. Let's start. So we're just gonna throw a hook on there. I bought some new supplies, y'all, from the fly shop. So we're gonna tie some flies with my new stuff I got. All right, let's get going. And the reason I haven't live streamed in about however long it's been, 4 or 5 days at least, is I ran a bunch of charters. I had a bunch of fishing charters, y'all. So, and usually when I get home from doing fishing charters, I'm super tired. So, both from just being on the water all day, and if it's a fly fishing charter, from pushing the boat around all day long. So, all right. So we're just going to put a little thread base right here around the front of the hook, around the top of the hook or whatever. Like I said, I bought some new supplies. We're going to use some of the new stuff I got. I got some black lead eyes with a little bit of red on there. Let's throw those on there. We're just going to make it up as we go along, y'all, which is Half the fun of fly time. Just make them up as you go. All right, so we got a lead eye right here. This is it's considered large size. Down here in Louisiana, we catch a lot of 20+ pound redfish. And usually the bigger ones, a lot of the bigger ones I catch is probably in about 1.5 foot of water, maybe 2 feet. So when I drop that fly in front of them, I want to drop down in front of their face pretty fast because they're usually looking down. So I usually go a lot of times these larger size eyes like this one right here. All right, y'all, we're going to lay this on the hook and get a couple of wraps just to kind of get it started. And as you can see, it's lopsided. So now we're going to do a couple of wraps in the opposite direction. I hope this thread works good, y'all. I just bought this thread from the fly shop. It's a little thinner than I normally use, but we're going to try it out anyway. What I'm doing is I'm making sure before I start wrapping it up, I'm just kind of making sure that as you can see, that my lead eyes are kind of 90 degrees with the hook, you know. And it don't have to be perfect. It's not like the redfish or the fish or whatever going to run up to your fly and look and be like, oh no, that eye is not perfect. Let's not eat it. That's not how it's going to work. But all right, and once I kind of get that eye started, we're going to start doing cross wraps. So I'm going to go under the hook like this right here on my thread, and then over the lead eye in one direction, and then we're going to go under and over in the other direction. So we're making cross wraps on top of that lead eye right there. It is super windy. I would be fishing today because it's Saturday, but y'all, probably like everywhere else in half the country with it being springtime, it is super windy right now down here in Louisiana. Sorry, I'm adjusting this light. I want y'all to be able to see the fly, but I don't want to be blinded. I got a light right here, so I want y'all to be able to see it, but I'm trying not to be blinded at the same time. All right, and once we get it going, I'm just going to make a bunch of cross wraps on here to get that. Look at that string broke. That's brand new string I just bought, and I was worried about if it's going to be too thin or not. I just bought that thread, and it just snapped on me. That's all right. It might still be fine. I might just have to go easier with it. So we're going to re-thread the bobbin real quick. I'll show y'all. So this is your bobbin. This is like a little threader. You stick this through here, just like that. And what it is, it's just got a wire on there. So you got your wire through there like that. Now you have to stick your thread. Got too much thread out right there. You want to stick your thread through the little wire, which is the hard part when I got a light shining in my eyes. Sorry, y'all, thread broke. I was starting to rock and roll and the thread snapped on me. Sorry, y'all. Let me thread this up real quick. If I can see. I'm holding it up here to the light that's already blinding me and see if I can see it better. Yeah, I would love to be fishing today, y'all. The wind is kicking like Bruce Lee on steroids outside. So, not running any charters today. But coming up, for those y'all fly fishing people out there, y'all fly fishing enthusiasts, May 1st through the 3rd. I was thinking it's the 2nd and 3rd. It's actually the 1st through the 3rd in Gulf Shores, Alabama. There's a fly fishing festival. What's up, Shamanda? There's a fly fishing festival, 1st through the 3rd. I was thinking it's the 2nd through the 3rd. The only reason I was thinking that is because that's the only days I can be there because I have a charter on the 1st. But there's a fly fishing festival 1st through the 3rd in Gulf Shores, Alabama. There'll be people there from all over the country, y'all. If y'all want to go. I'm sure if you look online, I mean, there is a website, an official website for it, but I'm sure if you look online and look up Fly Fishing Festival Gulf Shores, you'll find it. There'll be people from all over the country there, a bunch of vendors. There's a fly fishing tournament. I'm gonna take place in the tournament. I'm gonna take part of the tournament, even though I've never fished there in my life. So I'm gonna have to try to sneak over there one day here before May so I can learn the area. All right, so now after we do those cross wraps, we're gonna go under the eye and over the hook, just around like this, and that's gonna cinch down all those cross wraps. It's just like lashing a pole together if you're lashing a pole. So I'm basically just going under the eye and over the hook. That thread's a little thin. Hopefully it won't snap on me again. If it snaps on me again, I might swap it out. I usually use like I think it's like a 1/0 thread. This is like a 8 or whatever it is. So it's thinner, but they didn't have the thicker stuff at the fly shop. So it just snapped on me again. All right, I'm gonna swap thread. I can't sit there and keep having my thread snap every time I'm tying a fly. We're just gonna swap threads real quick. It won't take me but a second. I just bought that thread, but it's just kind of thin. I'll swap it out real quick. And I'm not threading it too hard or anything. I don't think. I was trying to be gentle with it, you know. All right, I'm just threading up the bobbin real quick again, y'all, with some other thread that shouldn't break. Well, it might break, but it won't break as easy. And by the way, I'm selling, everybody kept asking if I'm selling flies, so I am selling flies now on my website. All right, let's see if I can get this started. Sorry, we're gonna throw some glue on top of that anyway, so to help hold it down. All right, now that we got the eye on there, let's throw some glue on there, y'all. I got it right here in this plastic bottle because it wants to come undone all the time. You know what? I might swap it. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get. I haven't live streamed in 4 or 5 days, so I'm all out of whack right here. I'm gonna swap this light around real quick, everybody. That way it's not on my working side because, oops, it's getting up in my way right here. All right, we're gonna take some glue and put glue over this thread. That's gonna help lock these eyes in place, y'all. You just don't want your eyes to start spinning when you're out there catching fish. All right, we're gonna hit that with the ultraviolet light. Don't shine yourself in the eyeballs with it thinking it looks cool. What we're making redfish flies. We're tying redfish flies, everybody. For those of y'all new to my stream, or new to my channel, I'm a fishing guide down here in Louisiana. Not fishing this weekend so far because it is super windy. Wind's kicking like crazy outside. So what this ultraviolet light does, that glue that I'm using dries with ultraviolet light. We're just shining down there to dry that glue. And now we'll start back tying. All right, y'all. So now we want to run a thread base down the hook right here. So we're just going to run thread down the hook. Right there ought to be good enough. I usually run it somewhere to where the hook makes the bend right here. And what that does, it basically just provides a little area for all your materials to sit on that you're going to use on your fly. All right. I think I'm going to do something kind of black and purpley, y'all, on this fly. All right, so we're going to grab a purple deer tail right here. Purple deer tail, straight from California. Only place you can get them. Oh, Tater, what's up, Tater? Sorry, just saw your chat, man. Yeah, I saw the other day when I was live streaming running in from that charter. I saw you said you got 50 subscribers, and that's good, man. I'm still, my channel is small, and I've been doing it for years, but it takes a long time, man. Unless you got some kind of crazy niche or something, unless you get lucky and some video goes viral or something, it just takes a while to build your channel. I'm still trying to build my channel. So what we did, y'all, we took that deer hair and we cut off a chunk of it. I got a chunk of deer hair right here. This is purple color. And this is going to be the tail coming off the back of our fly right here, y'all. Redfish love black and purple down here in Louisiana really as far as everything, but black and purple flies down here in Louisiana is one of the best colors we use. So I'm going to take this deer tail, I'm going to lay it on top of the hook like this right here and start wrapping it, y'all. Tater, I don't know if you was watching the other day on that live stream when we were running in. I just decided just to turn on the camera as we were running back into the marina. That was in my bay boat. That wasn't on the fly fishing boat. That was on the bay boat. And we had something happen I've never had happen at all out there on the water. An airplane landed in front of us on the water while I was live streaming. So we were live streaming coming in, and sorry, I'm trying to adjust this light so I can see. And we had an airplane land, one of those land in front of the boat, so that was cool. This is not perfect. Let me see if I can spin it a little bit. Yeah. The crazy thing is, the airplane, we were going towards where the airplane was landing. So I had to slow down my boat, and the airplane landed in front of us. And I slowed down. He whipped it around and went to the marina. I just thought that was kind of crazy. Or not to the marina, but that area. All right, y'all, we took some purple deer tail. We threw that on here. Now we're going to take a black Sharpie, and I'm going to put some black stripes right here on this tail, y'all. God, I wish I could get this light. It's just not quite. Is that better? Maybe that's better. It's kind of dark for me, but as long as y'all can see, that's the main thing. Now we're going to take this Sharpie, and we're going to put some black stripes right here on this tail. I can't see it at all on my side. I have a shadow on my side, y'all. I can't see anything that I'm doing right here. I gotta adjust this light. All right, y'all see those black stripes we put on there? I guess you can see it from y'all side. My side, though, it looks pretty dark. Huh. Let me try my other light right here, everybody. I got another light right here. Maybe this one will be better. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Come on now. Maybe that light would be better overall. It's still shining in my cranium a little bit, but we'll see. Do I only do fly fishing? No, I do fly fishing and spinning rod fishing. I got a fly boat, a fly skiff and a bay boat. Because down here, I can stay busy running both. I would say fly fishing is my main. I stay busier doing fly fishing. But yeah, I do fly fishing and regular spinning rod, spin gear and stuff. All right, we got the tail on here. We got some black stripes. I think this light's a little bit better now, so y'all can see that. Now we're gonna throw some, what you call in there? Some purple wrap. Actually, let's put a little bit of shine. I'm gonna grab some purple and some gold. We're gonna put some shine on that, y'all. So let's take this purple shine right here. This is what it looks like. We're going to cut off a few strands of that purple shine. So we got about 3 or 4 strands of shine right here. You want to just stick that under your thread, just like that. Pull it up here above the fly. So I've got it holding it just like that, y'all, as you can see. And then we're going to do a few wraps just to hold it on there, hold it in place. And now we're going to take this and pull it down parallel with the hook right here. Like that. And then we're going to do some wraps on it. And that's just adding a little bit of purple shine right here on our tail. And I'm going to do the same thing. I got a little bit of gold right here, everybody. Can't go wrong when it comes to gold fishing. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of gold and do the same thing. I don't even need that much. Probably about, how many strands is that? That's 3 strands. That'll be plenty. So I got 3 strands of gold right here. Let's do the same thing. Just gonna wrap it around the thread, kind of hold it up like this right here. A couple of wraps to get it started. Then hold it down parallel with the hook. Just like that, little purple and gold flash on there, everybody. Now, I want to take some purple. Tell you what, we'll actually do we'll do some of this right here. We're gonna take some purple. This is a minnow head right here. In fact, that's enough right there. We just grabbed some out of the pack. These come in big, long, like 12-inch pieces or whatever, but this is a piece I'd already cut from last time. And there's a wire running through here, y'all. Y'all can probably see that. There's a wire running through this material. But what we're going to do, we're going to put this material right here on top of the fly. We're going to get some wraps to hold it in place. And once we wrap it, get it held in place, I'm going to start wrapping this. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold this material back over that wire as I'm wrapping it, y'all. So I'm just folding it back and wrapping it up. Wrap it up, B. I know I use that joke a lot, but it's a funny skit. So as we're wrapping, as we're wrapping the material, I'm holding that material back. I'm folding that material back over that wire. Just like that, y'all. And once we get right up here, we will tie it off. So I'm just holding a little tag in right here, and I'm just putting a few wraps over there to kind of hold it in place. And I'm gonna take my scissors and cut that tag end off. Just like that. Oh, thank you, Max. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now we're just gonna get some wraps on there like that, y'all. They work too, y'all. We had a charter. I had a fly fishing charter. It was this past week. I can't remember exactly what day. Let's see. Did they fish with me? No, they only fished with me for one day. In fact, it was last Saturday actually, y'all. So I take it. So it was a week ago today. They only had one day to fish, and thank goodness the conditions were pretty good that day. I mean, we had a little wind, but it wasn't that bad. And we saw, golly, I don't know how many redfish and black drum we saw. I mean, a lot. We saw a lot of fish. I think they only caught 4 on fly, but one of the guys said he hadn't fly fished in about 15 years. But he still did good. We had to work on his stripping. You know, you're stripping a little bit. I finally noticed how he was stripping, and once he got his stripping down, immediately started catching fish. But we had to work on his stripping just a little bit. And I let him borrow a pair of glasses. The glasses he was wearing was polarized, but he couldn't quite see the fish. But once we got that part straightened out, he started catching fish immediately after that. All right, y'all, we're gonna have some crack wrap. That's really what it's called, crack wrap. This is like a black. It's got some purple, a little silver in it. And we're going to throw a little crack wrap right here around the front of this fly, and that's going to give it a little shine. So basically, it's called crack wrap. It comes in, it's like a big long whatever. So we're going to cut off a few inches of this right here. So I've got a few inches of crack wrap right here. Yeah, I think we had that charter I did that last Sunday. That was that fly charter. We had decent conditions. Our two biggest, we had a 19 pound and one just over. Wait, no, we had a we had a 19 pound or one just over 19 pounds, and we had one just over 20 pounds. And that was our two biggest fish we had on fly. So I'm just going to lay this on here, y'all. And as usual, just get it started with some wraps. And of course, all the flies we were using was flies that I've tied. Probably most of them have been on live stream with y'all, actually. All right, y'all, now that we got it started, we're going to take and start wrapping this crack wrap. And what you want to do, you just kind of want to keep it pushed back towards the back. It can even stick straight out. You just don't want to have it sticking forward over the front of the hook. I'm gonna grab my tweezers wherever they are, y'all. I haven't tied in so long. Stick my tweezers right here. Just grabbing this wrap with my tweezers. That just help us make it a little easier. Oh, see, we had some try to stick forward just then. You have to watch this crack wrap, y'all. It wants to go forward with you sometimes, go over the front of the hook. It's not a big deal. The fish aren't going to care at all, you know. All right, that's pretty good right there. That's about. So while I'm holding the tag in of this crack wrap, I'm just going to do a couple of wraps right here over the crack wrap. anybody wants to book a trip, I did put my website. It's in the description. Um, I'm pretty much booked. Besides this weekend, I'm pretty much booked up the rest of April. May is about halfway booked so far, but May is outstanding. I can't wait for May. May is a really good month. The winds will kind of calm down in May, and it's just such a great month to be out here fly fishing for these big redfish, y'all. The redfish and Jack Crevalle will start moving out. They'll be on the beaches and stuff, and you can go along the beaches, y'all, and there'll be schools of bull reds. I'm talking about schools of 20+ pound redfish and schools of giant Jack Crevalle, and basically just put a fly in front of them and hold on tight. So, all right, y'all, that fly is almost done. It looks pretty good. I haven't tied in like 4 or 5 days, y'all, so I don't know. All right, and now that we got that, we're gonna put a few wraps right here around the front, just right in front of the eyes right here. And then we're gonna tie that off, y'all. So this is a little tire thingy. What it does, if y'all can see the thread, you're gonna take and put the thread in this hook right here, like that. Take this, put it around here, like that, and then wrap it up. It's basically just doing a bunch of little overhand knots, little half hitches. It just does them a lot faster than you doing it manually. You can do it manually, which I've done a whole lot. It just takes time. So if I want to do the same thing that tool is doing, I can take my fingers and put my fingers in the thread like this right here, and just take the thread and put it over the eye, and just do a little, whoops, I messed up, and just do a little, I couldn't see my thread, and just do a little half-inch knot like that. So you can do it manually like that, but the easiest thing is just get one of these right here and do it up like that, y'all. All right. Okay. Why do I like catching redfish so much? Oh man, I'm not the only one. Y'all, I get charters. I get people from all over the country. I mean, all over the world. I mean, all over the country too. But y'all, I've had people from Poland, Czechoslovakia, all over Europe, all over South America, Colombia, Canada, which that's still North America, all over the United States. People come from all over the world down here to catch these redfish, y'all. So down here in Louisiana, by the way, we're gonna take some glue now, and we're gonna put some glue over these knots we just tied. So down here in Louisiana, y'all, these redfish live here. So a lot of states, the redfish kind of migrate. They'll migrate along the shores or whatever. Y'all, down here in Louisiana, these fish live here and they get big. Because I mean, it's got everything it needs down here. The environment is great. There's plenty of food for them to eat. These fish are just here year round and they get really big, y'all. Just like I said, my last charter the other day, we had one that was just over 19 pounds and one just over 20. But y'all, we catch 20+ pound fish down here like regularly, all the time, and so people come from all over the world down here to fish for them. All right, y'all, that fly is about done, everybody. Little redfish fly, y'all. Sorry. Oop, got one little hair right there. Somebody might be like, "Oh no, look, that fly's not perfect." One little hair sticking up right there that the fish wouldn't care about at all. And that's it, y'all. Black and purple. Real simple. A lot of the designs down here, y'all might see me do a lot of the same stuff all the time. It's because it works, y'all. These black and purple flies like this right here, you drop that in front of a redfish and strip it once or twice, and he's gonna eat it like a Dairy Queen Blizzard, y'all. So, all right, this one's done. Let's do another one. See, I'll hang this one right here. By the way, I bought a new fly box, y'all. So I got to start filling this one up now. I've got two of these that are completely full already. And y'all, I've got so many flies that I've tied that are just sitting. I got them in little individual boxes to sell, and they're bagged up and stuff. I've got so many flies, it's kind of crazy. Let me put this material up right here, y'all, and we will tie something else, everybody. I just don't want to, if I don't put this stuff up as I go, I'll end up having a giant mess right here. And we'll tie something, a different fly. But I appreciate everybody watching. If y'all would hit the thumbs up, that'll help send it out across the YouTube algorithm so more people will watch. I've actually had a couple of live streams, y'all, where I had like 10,000 views per stream. I thought that was crazy. I think it was like 2 days in a row. I had like 10,000 per stream, which was just insane. Purple deer tail we just used, y'all, straight from California. All right, I'm gonna put this right here up and let's tie some more. This is brand new material. I got a bunch of brand new material, y'all. So that's what I'm kind of doing today. I'm using some of this new stuff I have. All right, let's see what else is in the bag. That'll look cool. Let's go with that, y'all. Let's go with this right here. I just bought it. It's crosscut shimmer rabbit strips. Olive with gold shimmer. Let's try that. All right, let's get a different color eye probably for that. Let's see. You know what? You can't go wrong with chartreuse. Let's grab a chartreuse eye. I got some right here. Y'all ever heard the saying, when it comes to fishing, if it ain't chartreuse, it ain't no use? So let's go with some chartreuse. All right, y'all. Again, Umpqua. It's an Umpqua 9/0 hook. It's a competition. It's a saltwater hook competition series or competition whatever. I love these hooks. It's a 3/0 hook, but they've got a really good bend. They work really good for these fish down here. So it's a 3/0 hook, but you're catching 20-pound fish, so 3/0's nothing. All right, let's put that on there. We're going to take our thread. We're going to put a little bit of a thread base right here at the beginning. Thank y'all for watching. If it's your first time, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, all that usual stuff, y'all. I've been doing YouTube for, actually it popped up on my feed the other day, y'all. Apparently, and I didn't even realize this, I've been doing YouTube for like 14 years, which is crazy. And you know how much money I made? $105. That's the truth. I've made $105 with 14 years of video, y'all. So, it's not very good. All right, we're gonna take a chartreuse eye. Again, this is a large one. But my channel's been growing some since I've been doing these live streams on the fly tying, which is cool. But honestly, I just started live streaming because I'm like, well, if I'm gonna tie flies, I might as well live stream it. And people started watching, which I really appreciate that, y'all. All right, we're gonna take this right here. Same thing. We're gonna get a couple of wraps to get it just kind of sitting on the hook. Do some wraps in the opposite direction. And once we get it kind of lined up where we want it, we'll start wrapping it, y'all. So you're going to go over the hook in one direction. I'm sorry, under the hook, over the eye in one direction, and then under the hook and over the eye in the other direction. Oh, thank you, Miss Kim. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I had one of my subscribers, y'all. She said she was watching gardening videos, and somehow I popped up in the algorithm, and now she watches. I don't think she's on here right now, but now she watches my fly time videos all the time, which is cool, y'all. And she said she was watching gardening videos, and she has no idea how all of a sudden I pop up time flies. But all right, y'all, we got those eyes on there pretty good. Now we're gonna take and wrap our thread under the eyes and over the hook, and that's basically just taking those cross wraps and cinching them together. Y'all, I did by the way, everybody watching. So last week, I think it was last week. Yeah, it was last Sunday, I think. I did a catch and cook video, y'all. So me and a buddy of mine, he's a really good cook. We went out, we went fishing, and we caught. Actually, it took us till 3 o'clock to catch a redfish small enough to keep, which sounds crazy. We kept catching giant ones, like just giant fish. So finally, around 3 o'clock, we finally caught a redfish small enough to keep. So we cleaned it. I pulled up on the bank with the boat. We cleaned it. He made blackened redfish wraps right there on the side of the bank out of that fish, y'all. And I thought it was a really good video. And I was like, oh man, it's gonna get a bunch of views. And y'all, it's got just over 100 views. So if y'all want to, if you go to my channel and check out that catch and cook video and give it a thumbs up, maybe we can kick the algorithm in. And it's a really good video. Maybe we can kick the algorithm in and it'll get more views. All right, y'all. Now we got the eyes on there. We're going to take our glue and put glue over the thread. Because I wanted to do those catch and cook videos like once every couple of weeks. But it just depends on how good it does, because it's a lot more, we're taking cooking stuff out there with us, and it's just a lot more to it. So I kind of hope it does good, y'all, because it was a lot of fun, and the food was outstanding. Actually, he made black and redfish wraps right there on the side of the bank, and it was so good, y'all. But it took us till 3 o'clock to catch a fish small enough to keep. We were just catching a bunch of giants right now. So that glue I put on here is it dries with ultraviolet light. So we're just drying that glue real quick, y'all. There we go. All right, y'all. Let's see. Oh, that's right. I bought some new material. So this right here, crosscut shimmer rabbit strips with olive and gold shimmer. Just bought this yesterday at my local fly shop here in Louisiana. I go to my local fly shop is called No Wake Outfitters. In fact, I'll be May 1st through the 3rd in Gulf Shores, Alabama. There's a fly fishing festival. So I'll be hanging out with those guys during the fly fishing festival. And there's also a fly fishing tournament. But they're going to have all kinds of stuff there, y'all. They're going to teach people how to tie fly. It's like people come from all over the country. So if y'all want to go do something cool, May 1st through the 3rd, Gulf Shores, Alabama. All right, y'all. So you take this right here, and we're just going to cut off a strip of it. And that's going to be the tail of our fly. Oh, you went fishing today, Miss Kim? What'd y'all fish for? Y'all can go to Louisiana. It's a car ride or a plane ride away. I would drive personally, but unless you're in Alaska or something. All right, y'all. So this stuff right here, it just kind of naturally lays in one direction, and that's the way we're gonna put it on. We're gonna put the way it's laying backwards, but we're going to put that towards the back of the hook. Miss Kim, what were y'all fishing for today, if you're still there? Bass. That's what so if you notice, I got a southern accent, and people down here in Louisiana where I'm at don't have southern accents. So I grew up in Georgia, y'all, and I grew up bass fishing. I have fished many, I don't know how many tournaments I fished, probably hundreds of them. But yeah, I grew up bass fishing, y'all. So I know all about some bass fishing. I have not fished a tournament since they start letting people use the forward facing sonar. I just don't care anything about it. But yeah, I have fished hundreds of tournaments in my life. All right, y'all. We got a little tail going on right there, like that. Yeah, springtime right now, depending on where you're at in the country, the bass should be spawning. They should be on fire right now. It should be spawning, or depending on what part of the country, maybe pre-spawn and stuff like that. Some of them might already be post-spawn if you're in Florida or something. All right, y'all, we got our tail right here. Now, a standard of making flies. So, you didn't catch any? I'm sorry, Miss Kim. So it's kind of both. I mean, there are flies that people, especially if you're doing stuff like, rainbow, like freshwater trout, rainbow trout, brown trout, all that kind of stuff. I guess they have a standard. There's a lot of set flies that they catch that are known to produce fish. Redfish and saltwater, you can kind of be a little more creative with it. Most of these fish are so aggressive that if that fly gets pulled in front of, Arkansas, yeah, Arkansas. Did I fish? Have I fished Arkansas before? Is that where Darnell? Is that where Lake Darnell is? Is that Arkansas? Is Lake Darnell in Arkansas? Miss Kim? Where's Lake Dardanelle? Is that Arkansas? But as far as redfish and saltwater flies, man, they eat. So pretty much just about anything if you pull it in front of their face, they're usually going to smoke it. Miss Kim, isn't Lake Dardanelle in Arkansas? I think it is, right? I'm looking for some of my material right here, y'all. I guess I'm gonna have to use my new stuff. Anyway, I think Lake Dardanelle's in Arkansas, right? I fished a national championship at Lake Dardanelle one time. I think that's Arkansas, unless I'm mistaken. All right, y'all. So this right here is EP brush. It's the minnow head. This is kind of like it's one of my favorite colors. It's called Backcountry. So we're gonna take some of that. Now I've got some somewhere right here, but I couldn't find it, so I'm having to use a new Lake Dardanelle's Arkansas. Yeah. So I fished a national championship there one time, but I fished so I only fished as a co-angler for 1 year. And that was about all I could stand, honestly. that 1 year that I fished as a co-angler, I mean, I used to, I don't know. I mean, half the tournaments I would beat my boater in or whatever, and I just, and so I only fished as a co-angler for 1 year, and then I started fishing as a boater. But yeah, we fished a national championship in Lake Dardanelle. So yeah, I'm gonna put a little bit of this green right here, and we're gonna put a little bit of green shine on the fly on that tail. So I'm just gonna get some green shiny right here, and we're gonna put some shiny on the hiney, y'all. So I'm just gonna take several strands of this green shine. And we're gonna put some shiny right here on the hiney. All right, I'll try to fly more. I mean, fly more. I'll try to tie more while I'm talking about fishing, y'all, because I'll get carried away talking about fishing instead of tying flies. But yeah, I grew up bass fishing. I fished a ton of tournaments, but nowadays, and I still fish for bass, but it's usually when I go home to Georgia. But nowadays, I don't fish as many tournaments. I'm always doing charter guides. So y'all, this right here has a wire that goes down through the middle of it. We're gonna cut off a few inches of it right here. And we're gonna lay this little EP brush minnow head right here. We're gonna lay this right on top of the hook, like so. And get some wraps on it, y'all. All right, now we're gonna start wrapping it around the hook, everybody. And while we're wrapping it, we're gonna fold it back. Let me grab my pliers, not my pliers, my little tweezers right here. And while we're wrapping it, y'all, we're gonna keep it folded back over the back, just like we did on that fly earlier. But yeah, y'all, go check out that catch and cook video I did. It's the newest regular video on my channel. Y'all check that out and give it a thumbs up. Let's see if we can kick it in on the algorithm and see if we get some views on that thing, everybody. I think it's a really good video. It just hasn't been getting the views. I don't know if the algorithm was like, well, he's going from tying flies to catch and cook. I don't know why it's not getting the views like it should, but it's just not getting the views on it. Let's grab my toothbrush. Grab a toothbrush right here, y'all, and just you can kind of brush that back to keep it out of the way. Like that. All right. Let's add let's see. Let's add a little bit of color right here. I'm just grabbing some material, y'all. not really the color I was looking for. Here we go. I was looking for some saddle hackle, everybody, in the color I wanted. I'm just going to add a little bit of saddle hackle right there, I think. Just a little bit. Just one feather's worth of saddle hackle. So saddle hackle is basically just colored feathers. So we're going to grab one colored feather right here, kind of like an olive color. We're just kind of sticking with that olive color theme on this fly. So we're going to cut off this thick part of the feather right here. All right. And we're going to lay this feather right here, right in front of this EP brush. We're just kind of making this fly up as we go along, everybody. We're just making something that looks cool and will work. All right, let's put our little tweezers right here on the end of our feather and start wrapping that. It didn't start off wrapping the way I wanted it to. There we go. All right, now we're going to kind of hold that tag in. Cut the tag end off right there and get a few wraps on it. Looks pretty cool. Now I'm going to put a little bit of crack wrap right here around the front of it, and we'll be about done with this fly. All right, let's grab a little bit of crack wrap right here. I can't remember. This might not be exactly crack wrap, but it's a little bit longer, but it's close enough. It'll work. I'm just trying to find the end of it, y'all. Trying to find the end of it. Take a couple of inches of it. Whoever's watching, thank y'all for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Check out some more videos on my channel, y'all. I just did a catch and cook video, me and my buddy Johnson. I think it's a really good video. It just hadn't really been getting the views. I don't know. It didn't kick in on the algorithm for some reason. Again, we're going to put the tweezers on there, and we're going to wrap this stuff and just kind of keep it pushed back as you wrap, y'all. All right. I'm gonna have to clean it up. I got a few little strands sticking out. I'm gonna have to clean up a little bit with my scissors. Got a few little straggler strands, y'all. Again, the fish don't care about those at all, but whoever's using the fly, I'm like, oh man, it's not perfect. All right, now we're just going to tie that off. Little tire thingies right here. Just like that. Put a little bit of glue over there, and that'll be about the end of that fly. We're just putting some glue over where we tied that thread off, y'all, so it stays. I'm gonna hit it with our light, our ultraviolet light. Good looking little fly. Little redfish fly, y'all. Of course, you can use it for a lot of different fish, but little redfish fly, everybody. It looks crazy. It doesn't look like much, and you might be like, "Why would a fish ever eat that?" But trust me, they'll eat it up in a heartbeat. All right, let's do like a shrimpy, some kind of shrimpy kind of pattern, just to change it up. So let's do a little shrimpy pattern, y'all. I'm just putting up the stuff right here that we just used, so I can grab some different stuff, and we'll do a shrimp pattern. Just putting this little bit of stuff right here up, and we will do a shrimp pattern, everybody. All right, here we go, shrimp pattern. I might change my, I got some right here. Yeah, we might go with a different color thread. Let's try that. I just bought this at the fly shop the other day. And we'll go with some orange eyes, just to make it look cool, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go with some orange eyes, everybody. All right, I'm gonna pull this thread off of here, and we'll put that new thread on there. I just bought this thread the other day. Yesterday actually, at my fly. No Wake Outfitters. It's called No Wake Outfitters. This is the fly shop I go to here in New Orleans area. I am in the New Orleans area. If y'all want to book a trip, man, y'all can come down here. Y'all can fish and then see New Orleans. But if you visit New Orleans, just be careful, y'all. It is loaded full of crime. I'm just letting you know. All right, so we're gonna take our bobbin. This is like a little threader. You put this through here, if I can see to do it like that. Just push out the other side right there. And then you're gonna take your thread and put that through this wire. Hopefully this thread don't break as easy as that other. I just bought some other thread and it was breaking. I think this thread is a little thicker, so hopefully it won't break as easy. And we'll tie a redfish pattern. Sorry, shrimp pattern. Dang it! Did I get it? I think I got it. I didn't get it. Hold on, y'all. It's I'm only down to one viewer. Oh no, I scared people off. All right. We're just threading our bobbin right here, everybody, if you're just joining. I'm just swapping up thread colors. I'm going to tie a shrimp pattern fly. I'm trying to see my... Sorry. Yay, I got it threaded up finally. Alright. Put this on the bobbin. Alright, y'all, let's put a hook on here and let's start tying. We're going to do a shrimp pattern, everybody. So again, this is an Umpqua 3/0 saltwater hook. It's a competition series hook. I love these hooks. This is, maybe you see it against my shirt. That's it. I love the bend in them. They're 3/0 hook. Super strong. All right, let's go with that. So you just put the hook right here in your vise. Clamp it down like so. And then we'll start tying everything on, y'all. Everybody, if you like fly fishing and you can make it, May 1st through the 3rd in Gulf Shores, Alabama, there's a fly fishing festival. If you go online, I'm sure you can find the website. You just put in fly fishing festival in Gulf Shores, May 1st through the 3rd, everybody. All right, we're gonna put a little bit of thread right here around just up under the eye of our hook. Just a thread base. And our lead eye is going to sit right here on this thread base. I bought these right here yesterday. These are medium size lead eyes. I mostly use medium and large. I've got a few small lead eyes, but I'm usually throwing a heavier. When I say heavier, they're not really heavy, but I'm usually throwing a heavier lead eye on my flies because I want these flies to get down in front of the fish pretty quick. Or these eyes. I want these flies to get in front of the fish pretty quick. Usually redfish, black drum, all that, they're looking down most of the time when they're cruising along feeding. All right, y'all. I'll do a couple of wraps to get this thing started on there. We just set the lead eyes on the hook like that. And we're just getting some wraps to get it started, everybody. So what you do is you go under the hook. You go under the hook and over the lead eye. And you can kind of, if it's going one way or the other, you can wrap that opposite direction and it should straighten it up to where you want it. And once you get it started and it's lined up pretty good where you want it, then you just start making wraps. You can go under the hook and over the eye. Just like that, y'all. Oh, I'm sorry. I just saw that, Barna. How long can it last? Oh, man. I've got flies that I've had for years, honestly. They last a long time, y'all. They last a long time. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get, I guess I knocked my light just then. Get back, get back, get back. My dogs are starting to get restless. So this will probably be the last little fly tie right here for a little bit, y'all. They're starting to get restless. So I probably have to feed them here in a little bit. So we'll tie this shrimp pattern, and then I will probably live stream again in a little while, y'all. It's Saturday, but I don't have any. So if you're just watching, y'all, I'm a fishing guide down here in Louisiana, but the wind is kicking like Bruce Lee on steroids outside, so I'm not fishing today. So we're doing a bunch of cross wraps on here. That's probably good enough. Now we're going to go under the eye and over the hook, and we're just going to go like this, just sideways. And that's going to kind of cinch all those little cross wraps together that we just did. See, I'm just kind of going under the eye, over the hook. And that's just kind of cinching those cross wraps together, y'all. Just like that. All right, now we're going to go down the hook and just put a thread base over the hook. The dogs are playing with their toys, y'all. Sorry about that. They were napping, but I guess they're up now. All right, we're going to take some glue and put over the thread on these eyes. You want to do that so these eyes don't spin. You don't want your eyes to start spinning when you start catching fish. You want them to stay in place. And nobody's perfect. I still have eyes that will spin every once in a while. If they do spin, you just put them back in place. It's not a big deal. All right, we're gonna take an ultraviolet light. That dries that glue that we just used. That the glue dries with ultraviolet light. So we're just shining that ultraviolet light on top of that glue. That's gonna dry it up. Okay. We're doing a shrimp pattern, so we're gonna grab some white looking material. So, oh, that's the wrong color. All right, y'all, let's grab a regular deer tail. So we got a regular deer tail right here. We're just going to take and grab a chunk of this white and pull it out and cut that off. to get our the tail of our fly here. I don't want it too thick. I don't want it too thin. And really, that's up to y'all when y'all tie, I guess. You just kind of have to figure that part out on your own. So we got some deer tail right here. Now all I'm doing, just any loose strands, I'm just kind of gently pulling those off, but we don't have any right there. All right, y'all, let's just set this on top of our, we're gonna set this on top of the hook and start wrapping it. My dogs are there licking. Do y'all's dogs just sit around and just lick? I mean, just whatever. To me, it's kind of annoying, you know? They're just sitting over there licking, like whatever they're licking. All right, y'all, we got some white on there for our tail. Now we're gonna take, if you watched my streams before, you know what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a black Sharpie. And we're gonna put some black stripes on this tail, y'all. Just like that. Okay, so far we got our 3/0 Uncle hook. We got a little orange. We just used orange. These are medium size lead eyes. We threw some white deer tail in there. We took a black Sharpie and just put some stripes on it to make it look cool. Looking cool is half the battle when you're out here. Now we're going to add some shrimp eyes on here since we're doing a shrimp pattern. We're going to throw some shrimp eyes on there. I'll tell you what, let's go with chartreuse. So these are called easy shrimp eyes, y'all. I'll show you what it looks like. That's what they look like, y'all. Like that right there. So we're I'm gonna flip the fly over like this. And we're gonna take the little easy shrimp eyes. We're just gonna lay them on top of the hook. And what you're doing, you're splitting that hook with you're splitting the shrimp eyes with the hook. You're gonna lay those right here. Just like that. And then wrap them on there, y'all. Just like that. Y'all see them on there? I mean, and does it make a big difference with those being on there with the fish? Probably not, but it makes the fly look cooler anyway. All right, we're gonna take some Solar Res glue. This glue dries with ultraviolet light. And we're just gonna put it over that thread right here where we just put those shrimp eyes on there. And then just hold those eyes in place. We're gonna hit that with ultraviolet light just to dry it up. It dries within several seconds. And that's just going to help hold those eyes on there when you start catching big old 20-pound redfish. And if y'all want to catch some big 20-pound redfish, my website is in the link or is in the description of the video. Y'all can book me and I will put y'all on some. All right. Now we're going to add a little bit of poofiness right here. And then actually we're going to add, I'll tell you what, we're going to put a little bit of shiny right here. I'm just grabbing some material, everybody. Give me just a second. Just grabbing some material. Got it. Yep. All right, y'all. We're going to add a little bit of shiny right here. I'm going to add some pink and some pearl colored shiny right there, y'all, since this is like a shrimp imitation. So we're going to grab some pink shiny right here. And we're just going to take off a few strands of it. Let's see, it might be too much. There we go. We got a few strands of shine right here, some pink shine. Cut that off. We're going to wrap this shine up under the thread like that. Just hold it up above the hook. Do a few wraps just to hold it in place. And then pull it down kind of parallel, kind of level with the hook. And get a few more wraps on it, y'all. It's so subtle, you might not even be able to see it really good on camera, but the fish will be able to see it. It looks good. Now I'm going to take some pearl color and do the same thing. So we're going to take some pearl shiny and do the same exact thing. So I'm just going to grab some pearl colored shiny. All right, we got some pearl color right here. We're going to do the same exact thing, y'all. Just wrap it under the thread one time. Hold it up like this right here. A couple wraps. Pull it down parallel. And get some more wraps to hold it in place. I don't know if y'all can see all the shine or not, but it's there. And when it's in the water, it looks good. All right, y'all, we're going to add a little bit of body to it right here. And then maybe a little bit of shine around the head. And that'll be the end of the shrimp pattern, y'all. You don't need, shrimp patterns are very simple. That'll work right there. Let's grab a piece of white saddle hackle. So basically we're grabbing a white feather right here, y'all. They just come like this right here. I'm gonna grab a little bit thicker one. So I got a white feather here. We're gonna cut off this thicker part. And the reason you cut that, or the reason I cut that thicker part off, it just don't wrap as good around the fly. Usually if you start wrapping that thick part, it's just gonna break. So I usually just cut it off. All right, y'all. Let's just lay this right here on top of the hook. Get some wraps on it to hold it in place. I'm gonna put my tweezers on there, and we're gonna start wrapping it up. So I'm just taking the tweezers and putting them right here on the end of the feather. And we're just gonna start wrapping that feather, going from the back towards the eyes, you know, the lead eyes. We might even put 2 of them on there to make it a little thicker. Yeah, we might go with 2 feathers on here, y'all. Yeah, let's go with 1 more feather. That one did not cover the whole thing the way I like it. Dogs are in here licking their feet or something, man. All right, Emma, stop licking. All right. Same thing. We're just gonna get this one started on here. I had way too much thread out just then. And let's wrap it up. Just taking the tweezers, put tweezers on here. I'll probably go live again this evening, y'all. Seems like I get a lot more views when I go live in the evening time. So I'll probably go live again this evening for everybody watching, because there's not that many people watching right now. We're just doing a quick little easy shrimp pattern, everybody. Little white shrimp with some orange eyes on him. All right. Just cutting off some of these little stragglers right here at the front. It don't really matter. I'm just doing it to make it look cool. All right, y'all, we're gonna put some crack wrap right here around the front of it. And that'll be about the end of that fly. Let's see. What's up, Mr. David? Thank you, thank you. You too. Not fishing today. It's super windy, so I wasn't booked today. So not fishing today. Uh, did I fish yesterday? No, I was off. So I'm off. Yesterday was Friday. So I wasn't booked Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. But now starting Tuesday, I fished for about 5 days in a row, and then I think I'm off for a day, and then I think I'll fish a couple more days in a row. But I'm booked for the most part for the rest of April, except for a couple of days, and then um, May. May is probably about half booked right now. I haven't live streamed in 4 or 5 days, y'all, because I've been doing fishing charters. So usually when I get home, I'm just tired, y'all. I'm just tired from being on the water all day. And if it's a fly fishing charter, you know, I'm in a poling skiff, so I'm pushing the boat around all day with a couple of guys on there, plus me. So it just gets tiring. I love it. I love what I do, but I'm tired when I get home from fishing. All right. We're just going to take some of this white wrap right here and just go around the front of this thing. Just doing a quick, easy shrimp pattern, y'all. It's probably going to be the last one I tie for now. I'll probably live stream again later tonight. It seems like I get more views at nighttime. And sometimes I'll stream during the middle of the day, especially during the week, and I'll get a bunch of views. I know people are just at work and they're sitting at their desk or whatever, watching me from their desk or something. But today I'm just not getting a ton of views, y'all, so I can go do some other stuff and then I can live stream later tonight. That's probably pretty good right there. Obviously, I'm going to cut off all this poofiness right here at the front. There's some flies I tie that I purposefully do poofiness at the front of them. But sometimes I don't want any poofiness at the front. I'll probably trim this fly up just a little bit, make it look a little bit neater. Mr. David, by the way, if you're watching still, I filmed a catch and cook video. I think it was last Sunday. So y'all to, I think it was last Sunday. It was last week. Might have been last Sunday. Anyway, it's on my channel under videos. You know, y'all to watch it. It's really good. It just hasn't taken off on the algorithm for some reason. It hasn't got the amount of views I thought it was going to get. So I'm trying to get it to take off so it can get some views on it. All right, y'all, we're going to take our little tire right here. I'm going to go one more time. Y'all, this is probably the last one I tie for now. My dogs are getting kind of restless, so I know they want to eat. I shouldn't have said that word. They're right here next to me. They're going to start attacking me. Not really, but you know what I mean. So I'll probably feed them here in a little bit, y'all, and I'll probably go live again tonight. So we're just taking some glue right here and we're putting it over those knots that we just tied on there. That's all we're doing with that glue. Then we're going to hit it with our ultraviolet light just to dry that glue up. But yeah, I've had fishing charters the last I think 4 days in a row or something, 4 or 5 days in a row. So I haven't live streamed in 4 or 5 days, y'all. Just been tired. All right, I'm gonna clean this up just a little bit. So I'm just gonna kind of brush it back, and I might trim some of that off there. I mean, that looks pretty good. I might trim a little bit right there. There we go. Quick, easy little shrimp pattern. Of course, when this is in the water, it will flow backwards like that. Quick, easy little shrimp pattern, y'all. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. In case you weren't here the entire time, we started off with one of the Louisiana favorites, black and purple. We threw some purple and gold shiny on the hiney right there. A little bit of EP brush in the middle and some crack wrap right there at the front of it. So we started off with that one. We moved on to more of a natural olive color. We got some rabbit, what you call it right here on the tail. It's got like some olive with some little gold shine. We added a little green shine to it, a little green shiny on the hiney. It's called backcountry is the color, but like an olive color olive color EP right there. We actually then went with a olive colored saddle hackle, which I mean, it might be hard to tell on camera, but you got your EP brush. We added a single olive colored feather right here, saddle hackle, and then I went with some kind of like an olive color crack wrap around the front. Very good fly. I mean, that fly, I guarantee you pull it in front of a redfish, will eat it up. And then just to finish off everything, y'all, we just did a quick, easy little shrimp pattern right there. But y'all, I'm gonna kill the live stream for now. I might go live again later tonight, but the dogs, you can probably hear them, are getting restless. So I gotta feed them, y'all. But thank y'all for watching. Please subscribe. Check out my channel. The latest regular video on there is a catch and cook video we did. It's really cool. I got a 6-foot casting platform that I took out on the boat for the first time, and it was really cool, y'all. I could get up on top of that platform and see fish a long way off. Y'all watch the video, and I'll be back tonight. Thank y'all.